Hey there everyone, welcome to another route learning video here on the channel. My name is Emily Jane. Today we are in the EuroPhoenix Class 37 in Train Sim World 3. We are on 5 X-Ray 47 Tunbridge West Yard to Slade Green Depot. So we are towing some Class 375 to go and receive attention at Slade Green in 37-800 today. So in the cab of the Class 37, we're against a red signal, so bear that in mind. The master key will be turned, reverse it to neutral, then turn TPWS to normal, unisolate the AWS, TPWS change end, and then we will put our brake to full service. Now, whilst the thing is set there, I'll quickly hop out the cab and go at the number 2 end, and quickly change us to the air brake passenger. Very little uses goods brakes now, and I can't imagine the 375 being towed wood. Last thing to do in the cab of the Class 37 is to sit down, tail lamps are off, route indicator goes on, headlight goes on. And that is our train ready for departure. So quick check of the fault lights. We're in brake step 3, which is absolutely fine. We will actually reduce our brake off. So we're against a red signal. I'll really quickly demonstrate the controls in the cab here. So as I step the brakes down, you can see this is repeating what the unit behind me is doing in terms of its brakes. So let the brakes release slowly. We've got the road set for us. Reverser goes forward. Quick check to make sure we are safe to depart. Nothing hazardous on the train. We're good to go. Let's go. So start speed limit state is 25 miles per hour. And we are going to basically just pick some speed up. We head through the bay platform at Gillingham. So, yeah. So it's a 35 start. Well, it says to... So this is my point of contention with this DLC already. This scenario is the one I've played, and it breaks if you don't run at passenger train speeds. I may be wrong, but I believe these would not be running at the non-EPS speeds, as there's a loco involved. You know, for example, if you're let's say a 37 towing Mark 3s, you run at the lower speed. See, there's a 395 departing now, which is what I'm following. So definitely just do not want to be going any faster than you know, the sort of minimum speeds around here, really. And we're rolling. So I do have a cab enhancement pack in, which sort of cleans the cab up a little bit more than it already was, and puts a texture which was obviously blank on the GSMR. Aside from that, yeah, it's a pretty good little loco. I mean, £4.50, you can't really complain. £4.99, I think it was. Sorry. You know, that's a 4-pack of beer. And I think I've had more fun out of this than have out of my cheap 4-pack. My apologies. I may have gone hammering into a disaster here. What I'll do is use my loco brake to secure us in place whilst we wait for the road. And I'll also put my controls to engine only. So yeah, aside from that, obviously detail-wise on the loco, headlights are pretty weak actually in my opinion. Working our way around, the delivery looks okay, and I will come back and we're going to look at this in a bit more depth in a future scenario. There we go, we have an amber aspect, so I've reached the loco brake. We've got about half power, we are at 15 for now still. Because of course we are in the Black Bay platform. What I'll probably do is get to 10 and coast. And that'll allow me to do some shenanigans later on in the scenario. And power off. Now the expectation is that we run at line speed here. So what I'm actually going to do is just rag it now. Straight into full power. You know, we are following a 395. We're not going to catch it up, let's be honest. I believe Strood Tunnel used to be a canal tunnel. Basically, it wasn't improved, so it was just like bare walls. And until the late 90s, it's like a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit in it. So, yeah. You can see the throttle's wide open, brakes are off, got no brake application at all. Interestingly, no, that's not flow, that's actual brake pipe pressure, which is fine. Yeah. I'm going to wait until we exit the tunnel at the end. So you're just storming along here. That is Higham Station. Going to the externals. So you've got 37,800. Actually, I'll stay in the cab because it's too light out there for my little ears. But take charge of this hard-working locomotive, the hardest working locomotive in Britain today. Experience unique unit drag services, hauling EMUs to and from refurbishment, thrash out the Medway towns and beyond, with the Train Sim World 3 Rail Operations Group BR Class 37.7. So, yes. This, I've got the blue 37 on the back. This should be the white one. I've not managed to spawn this with the white one on the back yet, I'll be honest. So I'm not sure how accurate this is, I guess. But still, yeah, so overall, what this basically does, yeah, so actually, sorry, brain, known to many as the tractor, the Class 37 is a living legend and mainline stalwart that dates back to the earliest days of mass dieselisation, but by the hundreds, there won't be many enthusiasts, staff members, or commuters who have not seen a 37 in their lifetime. From coast to coast, decade by decade, the 37 still reigns. Not as much as it used to, but like I say, they are pretty cool locos. They've got quite a bit of sort of deployment ability, basically. I believe 884, which is one of the sisters of 800, when it was working for EuroPhoenix, was actually used as a shunter. I think it was Hope Valley or one of the quarries, basically, and got rammed, got accidented. So that happened. Not sure why we keep zooming in. There we go. So yes, so basically, yeah, they are. I think they operate one of the ones. 784, I'm going to say, or 584. That ROG operates is the oldest, in theory, operational locomotive on the UK mainline. which is pretty cool. So yes, hooked up with the most bespoke equipment and an adaptive Delna coupler, eliminating the need for translator wagons, the ROG Class 37 played a fundamental role in the movement of Class 37-5 Electrostars during the Southeastern Refurb programme. Now in TSW3 rekindled the days for weekly thrash through the Medway towns, dragging out of service the 375s, sporting their older white livery. So you can see this is the adapter. So basically this is obviously a standard locomotive, hook and chain stuff, but it can couple to the special Delna on the 375 using an adapter, which we'll talk a little bit about a little bit further. There's a, a scenario where you're actually hooking it up in the yard. So we are now going to slow to 50 miles per hour. Really gentle jab on the brakes. Just going to coast it down. Yes, it includes 3 scenarios and additional timetable services for Southeastern High Speed. So sorry, it has 377 with the EuroPhoenix delivery with the ROG branding, double amber, single next, and it also has the Gussamer and this sort of update here. Basically, I believe the reason it shows you this is speaking to the multiple unit to find out what it thinks it's doing. And we're going to brake to 30. I wasn't actually reading that even, I knew I was going to go to 30, but yeah. And we are following the higher EPS speeds because that's what we were told to do. Single amber right ahead, so I'm going to brake it down. I think you've got a red aspect there, so slow up and drop to it very slowly. With 395 coming towards us again. So yes, as I was saying, sorry. Had a detailed, feature-rich driving cab, street light performance and handling, tutorials, journey mode, which will be interesting to have a look at, and it's livery designer compatible, so we can hopefully get the new livery that's on these in the livery designer thing. I think I can hear the 375 braking itself rheostatically. We'll pretend we can't hear that. I think I'm telling it the 375 had to brake and it's slowing me down. Okay, let's stop. And I'll release the brake again. There we go. Whew. Yeah, so quick capture, I guess, of the 37. Speedometer, ammeter. The textures in it don't look right. I don't know if that's the update I've put in, or is it just... No. It just look low quality. Brake pipe pressure for, well, vacuum braking pressure, basically. Bogey brake pressure, which is held on with my thing. And pounds of thing. Single amber right ahead. So I'm going to move away slowly. Throttle, no, we're not. 4-step reverser, engine start, slow speed control, slave cutout, sanders, train brake, loco brake, wiper controls. AWS, sunflower, handbrake. Yeah, class 37, yo. So, sorry, I'm just got the sniffles today. I'm going to hold the train in release because, yeah, I had to overcharge the brakes because the brakes got a bit sticky there for some reason. Looks like Gillingham's signalling centre's calling us. Which is a nice touch. That's part of the enhancement pack that's available from trainsim.com. Trainsim.com is a handy little website for stuff like this. Oops, sorry, my bad. Just want to set 15, just because we are on a single amber. Just gives the next train ahead a chance to move away. So we'll have a look up at to Gillingham Depot next, actually, and that's where we'll have a little look at the shunting scenario for these, and go from there. But yeah, we're going to get all the way around to Dartford on this service before we hand over to the next driver. Power on. Just going to thrash up to 30 and then coast. It looks like there is some texture quality issues, both with the clag and my interior. Bear in mind, you look at the wheel step light, that's fine, but the actual gauges just look a bit pixelated, and I'm not sure why. Then actually open the tap, so we've got a 70 there, full power. See no issues with speeding. So if you're dragging a unit, things like not in service would not be on. The unit would be largely isolated electrically. I think you'd even have a tail lamp on the back. Yeah, I put the audio levels up for the train a bit. In fact, I can go. Make you guys a bit happier there. I'll quickly knock the audio back ever so slightly. There you go, you can hear me, you can hear the train. What else do you need in your life, right? So I think it's also been confirmed that the Class 700 on the way. There was one in the screenshots for this and the destination. You know, someone's been a bit naughty when they were taking the screenshots, let's be honest. But yeah, no, overall, like I say, this route in general is shaping up quite interestingly. Need to figure out a run for the Class 700 for a route learner, but yeah. Next week, regardless of what comes from Train Sim World, we're doing Tacken Barn. I can't pronounce it. You guys know what I mean. The TSG route that came out, I've got it. I did one really short smash. Bad vegetation. We did one little run on it. I did one little run on it just to test it, and it looks gorgeous. Really well done route. Lots of customer sites. I love it. 70 miles an hour. We can coast. Below us, that way that's Ashford. That way is St Pancras. Double amber. Definitely not going to use any throttle now. We're going to be going up and down hills. We should beat some speed off. If we get a single next, I'm going to slow down like 30. Just because this thing brakes okay, but it doesn't brake particularly well. There's a single. Sharpish brake application. Single amber. Hold the brake off and release. Well, we're at about 30, so we'll coast at 30. There we go, so 30. End of the platform is showing a single amber. Put a bit of juice on just to keep us at 30, 35. And we'll run at this sort of speed all the way to Dartford. This will be the thing for Blue Water, won't it? Blue Water Shopping Centre's down that way, I believe. Never got around to putting the stop markers on this route, did they? It's a shame. Single amber right ahead. You can see the 465 in front of us. I'll be working from it'll be working from Gravesend to Cannon Street, all around that sort of way. There's going to be a new. There we go, single amber. You can literally see the 465 in the distance. We'll do slow amounts of speed here. That is a double amber, I believe. Yeah, double amber. As you can see on the map, we've made our way around from here to here. I'm going to say at 40. Isn't that the wrong way around? Isn't the high speed supposed to be on the top? Or am I just being imaginative? Need a photograph of one. Double amber. There's just lots of photographs of the crashes at Morpeth when you search for Morpeth board. Single amber again. Bit of adverse driving today, which is always good fun. Little CSR board there. They'll be rather filthy at this stage in the day because those have been used for years, so therefore no one looks after them. put the 40 up board, which we're aware of. I know there was an issue with cranes getting stuck. Hopefully we're not going to have that this time. Oh, we are. That is simply wonderful. Okay, well, I'm going to pull up against the signal here, and then we'll stop, and then we'll magically appear in Gillingham. There we go. I'll do a quick little jump cut, see if I can fix anything here, and that'll be 1 second. Turns out we were in a train jam, and it's actually started raining whilst we were waiting for it to clear, so I'm giving up, and we're going to go and have a look at Gillingham. Hey there, everyone. So we are in the yard at at Gillingham. Just thought we could have a quick little look at this thing here. This is the coupler. You can lift it up like that. You can pull the bar forward, which I presume is the air connections. Put the thing back down. It'll make that air sound. Not really sure what that does, but obviously you can see you can't have the you can't have the center part of the plough fitted when the loco is. We've got this. Aside from that, it's a bog standard class 37, as we've seen so far. The texturing for the marker lights is a is LED, as is the tail lamps. That is literally it. Yeah. And then we'll have a quick little. This must be towards the end of the refurbishment program because there's only one white 375 left. Sorry. A quick little look on board. I think it'll just be the exterior, maybe an interior repaint. I'm going to hazard a guess here. Oh no, this is the old cell interior. That's quite cool. So there you go. Got the old cell interior on these things. Got little cupboards here that are modelled. You got your UAT, and then you can run all the way through basically. Yeah, see some things. See it, say it's sorted. See it, say it's sorted. Sorted. Sorted, bruv. Sorted. I think I'm running through an 8-car set here, hopefully. Not any longer than 8 cars. What we'll do, for demo purposes, to end the video. I guess I do, yeah. There we go, so we'll do this. Do our cab prep. Okay, so it's not going to work. But anyway, that is your 375 pre-refurbished. So guys, thank you for watching today's YouTube video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis before my voice completely annihilates itself. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye for now.